stereotypes are everywhere. Now, when I talk about stereotypes, I'm not talking about anything related to race, ethnicity, or creed. Stereotypes are so much bigger than this. They're just absolutely everywhere. Picture in your mind your stereotypical IT professional. What does this person look like? How do they talk? What do they act like? In 2005, I graduated from St. Lawrence University, a small liberal arts school in northern New York. And shortly after graduation, I was fortunate to get a job in a medium-sized business as an IT professional. Now, I wasted absolutely no time falling directly into that stereotype. My standard dress every day was some sort of a patterned button-down shirt with a really horribly busy tie. I had a real problem connecting with people. Most of the conversations that I had involved some series of acronyms that sounded something to the effect of, your SIP phone wasn't working because DHCP assigned you the wrong IP, so the QoS going to the PBX wasn't working. So therefore, your phone call had some jitter, so the person on the other end, you just stopped talking to this important customer in the middle of it. I spent most of my days sitting in my dark office in front of the comforting glow of my computer screen, never having to have a meaningful conversation with anyone. I continued this pattern until about 2008, when I was reading some tech journals, and I started to notice a change in the audience of the journals. They were using terms like return on investment and cost center. They weren't aimed at techies. They were aimed at business people. IT was becoming a core business function. So if I wanted to continue in this industry, I had better understand business. Being a firm believer in happy wife, happy life, I went home that evening and I asked my wife's permission to start looking at MBA programs. We're very, very fortunate here in the Rochester area to have 3 outstanding business programs. And during my search, I had kind of an aha moment happen at one of the information sessions for one of these programs. As one of the prospective students asked, what is it that makes St. John Fisher so much different from everyone else? The answer came from the gentleman who was conducting the session at the time. He said, if you want a fantastic finance program, go to the University of Rochester. If you want a great tech-based program, go to RIT. If you want to learn soft skills, then come to Fisher. So I turned the statement over in my head for a couple of days, and I came to a conclusion. I decided that I didn't want to learn finance. I could learn the tech. I'd been doing it for years. But what so many IT professionals miss are those soft skills. So I chose Fisher. Since graduating, I've had an opportunity to reflect on my education and my career experiences. And I realized that I had fallen into that stereotype, and I asked myself why. And the conclusion that I came to was expectation. I was expected to look a certain way, to act a certain way, to talk a certain way, because that's how an IT professional looks, acts, and talks. But IT is a business function. IT can't be those cave-dwelling nerds that you lock into a basement and you only call them when you need them. They need to be an active part of the corporate culture. They need to be in front of customers, driving values to the top line, not draining the bottom line. They need to be those internal innovators, adding value, not waiting for some non-technical person to bring them a very, very technical solution that they only need to implement. So my call to action today is to take a close look at the expectations you place on yourself and on those around you. Do you expect the stereotype? And if you do, ask yourself why. If we want to lead others to break the mold and become more than just a stereotype, we need to start with what we expect of ourselves. Stereotypes are everywhere, and expectations are powerful. When we can recognize both of these things, we can change the world around us and make ourselves better than we could have ever imagined. Thank you.